How's it going, guys? Right, I want to show you one of my favourite systems today. This is the Panasonic Q, released in 2001 by Panasonic, and it's basically their sort of hybrid version of the Gamecube. Panasonic themselves did a little bit of work on the original Nintendo Gamecube CD drive, and as part of that deal, they got to release their own version of the Gamecube, and this is it, the Panasonic Q. Again, released 2001, only lasted a couple of years till 2003 when the plug was pulled on it. And again, the original Gamecube itself again kept on kicking till 2007. So didn't have really great sales. Again, I'll explain that a little bit later. Right, so we'll open up both systems now, and we can see them side by side, and you can have a look and see what you think. Right, here's both systems then, side by side. As you can see, the Panasonic Q is a lot bigger than the original Nintendo GameCube. Again, both systems do have carry handles on them. Again, an important part, obviously, of consoles released in Japan is systems with a handle on them. So, we've all seen the GameCube, we know what that looks like. Let's have a look at the Panasonic Q then. So, on top here, we've got our controls. We've got a sort of start, stop, and pause buttons there. Fast forward, rewind, and chapter select up and down. We've also got a little digital display there that comes up and lights up blue when it's turned on. Now the main difference with this baby is this, which is the awesome mirrored glass front, which I absolutely love. I think it's such a simplistic but cool effect they did with this system. Again, one of the main differences with this system is it does have a DVD drive on the front here. Again, plays MP3s, CDs, it's multi-region, so again, play any disc. Again, with your actual games itself, this displays the American and Japanese game. For UK games, you do have to use like a fast loader disc first to actually get them to work. So controls on here, we've got our power button, got an open and close button here, we've got a dialogue enhancer button, cinema button, game reset button, little remote control tab there. Again, still got your memory card slots here. You got your ports 1, 2, 3 and 4, surround sound there, bass plus button, and game music as well. So as you can see on the front there are quite a few sound applications for this system. So if we look on the back, the great thing about the Panasonic Q is it was actually in 5.1. So again, we've got our front and rear speaker connections. Also got a separate subwoofer adapter there as well. What else have we got here? S-video. We've also got an optical out for DVD CD as well. Digital AV out there, and then we've also got our AC adapter. Again, much the same as the original GameCube. On the bottom there are all the different ports, and you could also add the Game Boy adapter, much like the GameCube, for the Panasonic Q. Again, it was a bit bigger, different system, different sort of setup, because it had to make room for these sort of 4 pegs that the system sits upon. I have seen a couple of those, up for sale. They do go for crazy money. Probably looking around about anywhere between £150, £200 if you can get hold of one. Pretty rare to get hold of, but yeah, I probably will have a look out for one at some point. It'd be pretty cool just to finish the system off. So again, that will just slip on there. Right. So let's actually plug in the system and the power supply and see what it looks like. So again, this is using it's Japanese power, so 110 volts. I've got a step down converter there from 240. Right. So when we turn it on, so we've got our power light that lights up there. So again, so I'm trying not to get too much glare. So turn it on. Hello. So as you can see, digital display on the top there. Looks really cool, and again, these 4 blue lights across the joypad ports just look awesome. I think with the mirror, the light basically is just picked up by the mirror and just looks cool. And again, at night time, if you're playing, just looks really sweet. So in the top here, we've also got our sound sort of display there, and again that would sort of change, I'm sure, when you press again we can put surround sound on, surround sound off. Again, I'm sure that will just change for your sort of different cinema settings as well. So open up the actual disc itself. So automated there. Right, so got our disk drive that opens up, and so we get WarioWare, put that in there, and that will basically straight in to play your games. Now again, as it also did DVDs and CDs as well, they just go into the top drive there. So if you want to play a little bit of say European Vacation with a bit of Chevy Chase. Now one thing that Panasonic and Nintendo screwed up on a little bit is that gamers actually worked out that you could burn games onto disc, put them straight into the Panasonic Q, and it would actually play them straight away. So it kind of got round the piracy of the GameCube, so they kind of shot themselves on their own foot on that one. So let's have another quick look at a few of the bits. Right, the games then. We will just have a quick look at some Japanese games. Well, one I've got. Again, quite different to your original sort of GameCube cartridges. So again, it's sort of half the size in the box. So have a quick look inside. So there's a little paper sleeve, slips off, and we've just got a little clear case in here. Again, nice little holder there for your instructions and your disc there. Again, compared to like a UK disc, inside here have our disc, and again instructions, quite a lot bigger. So yeah, still using the cardboard in Japan. Give it up to get to plastic. Also with the Panasonic Q, you get a remote control as well. It is in Japanese, but I'm sure it's pretty easy to get around. Again, all your numbers are there. Again, you pause, you start, you stop. But again, pretty cool. So yeah, finally got a remote for the GameCube. Again, comes with a joypad. This time, got a really nice sort of grey, sort of dark grey colour. Exactly the same as a regular GameCube controller, although this time it's got Panasonic written on there. So again, the only colours, any time you ever see a joypad that colour is when it comes with the Panasonic Q. Right, one slight downfall I find with it, but again this is fairly extreme, is if you are actually plugging in your Wavebirds into the front here, it does actually cover up the blue lights, which is a bit of a shame when you've probably spent, I spent a stupid amount of money on Wavebirds, but yeah, it does cover them up, so that's a slight shame about it. Now the system itself, the main downfall was the price. Now this is the multi-region one, which was $500 at release in Japan, compared to the original GameCube itself, which is only $200. Now back then you could go and buy a regular GameCube and a DVD player for less money than this unit cost, or you could even go and buy a PS2 and a GameCube and it still be less money than the Panasonic GameCube. Which is a real shame. If they just, if they put it out for less money, then hopefully it would have done a lot better. But they just basically, they outprice themselves to the market, which is a real shame, because I think it's such a good looking system, and again, so much more character than the original GameCube. I love the GameCube. I think it's a really cool system, but again, the original one, as you can see, is pretty boring. There's not a lot going on there. It's just a box. It's a cube. Yeah. Where this one, yeah, it's got a few little lights and stuff on it, but just a few touches. And again, the DVD drive. If Nintendo put that on originally, I'm sure sales of that compared to the PS2, it would have leveled itself out a bit more. I'm sure, because that's a lot of what a lot of people bought the original one for. So that's pretty much about it, all I can say with the Panasonic Q today. Again, cool system, not one you see every day. Again, if you get a chance to get one, I think it's a great system to get. Definitely one of my favourite ones I've got in my collection. Alright guys, so this has been me, UK Retro Game Addict, and I'll be coming at you soon with some more reviews. Thanks a lot for watching.